Welcome back to part 2 of our Pando sweater shawl crochet along. This week, we will be focusing on rows 11 through 20. This will finish our pattern repeat and get you set up to work the remainder of the shawl portion of this sweater. To begin, we're going to work row 11. Now, row 11 on our pattern has us just repeating row 7. To do that, we'll chain 2, and we're going to work our front post triple in the next half double crochet from the previous row. Then we'll work a half double into the next stitch and front post into the next half double from the previous row. And whoops. Having one of those days, guys, where my hook just keeps grabbing onto the wrong stitch. So when you come to this, this will be one of the rows that has the 3 front post triples in this alpine stitch section. Now I'm going to skip this back stitch, or this stitch in the back, and then I'm going to half double in each of the next 2 stitches. So that finishes that first portion. Next, I'm going to front post triple around each of the next 4 post stitches. So 1, try to find that stitch, there it is, 2, 3, and 4. So after you work those, it should look something like this. Now we're going to work 2 half doubles and then 2 more. So 4 total. Now we're going to work 4 post stitches around these 4 post stitches. So this row, row 7, row 11, are very much just kind of work the same stitches that are already there kind of rows to get us set up for the next set of cable twists. So just go ahead and continue to follow the directions for row 7. If you need a reminder on how to do row 7, you can go back and watch my last video for part 1. But just following the pattern and following the stitches as established will get you where you need to go. So I have row 11 completed, and I went ahead and did row 12 and single crochet back. To begin row 13, we'll chain 2 at the beginning, which I've already done here. We're going to half double crochet into our next stitch, work a front post triple around the next stitch, half double into the next stitch, and then front post triple into the stitch after that. Then we have our 3 half doubles to get us all set up to work that first cable. So we're going to do another cable twist. To do that, just as a refresher, we're going to front post triple around the 3rd post of the next cable. Then we're going to front post triple around the 4th post. So post 3 and post 4. Then we'll go back and work a front post triple around post 1 and post 2. And that gives us our twisted cable. So after your cable twist, it should look something like this. Now we're going to make sure that we skip 4 stitches at the back, and we're going to work a half double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. Now we're at the part where this center cable here is going to start branching out to the right and the left. To do that, again, we need to rearrange some stitches. So we're going to front post triple in stitch 1 and 2 of the next 4 post cable. So you can see how I did that, and it's already pulling to the right. Now, I'm going to skip 2 stitches, so 1 and 2. Now, I'll work 4 half doubles into each of the next 4 stitches. This is going to be directly on top of that 4-stitch cable. So see how that lands right on top? Next, I'll work a front post triple in each of the next 2 remaining post stitches from that 4-post cable, and I'm going to work a front post stitch around post 1 of the next 4-post cable and the second post of that 4-post cable. So you can see here what we've done. We've moved these 4 stitches, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and we've added 4 half double crochets in between these 2 sets. We've created a new 4-post cable in between these 2 4-post cables. Now, I'm going to skip 4 stitches because we have 4 posts. So I need to skip 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I'm going to half double crochet into each of the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now work your 2 front post stitches, skip 2 stitches, and now we're going to work a half double in each of the next 2 stitches. So it's going to look like that. All right, take a breath. We made it through the hard part. That center cable is always the toughest part, but we made it through. Now we're back to our last 4-post cable, and we're just going to do a regular old cable twist. So we're going to do a post stitch around post 3 and 4 of the cable, then go back and work a post stitch around stitch 1 and 2 of the cable. Okay? Then we skip our 4 stitches at the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to work 3 half doubles. 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to work a post stitch around the next stitch, half double, post, and we'll work a half double in each of the next or last 2 stitches. And that is the end of row 13. Go ahead and work your single crochet row, and when you come back, we'll start on row 15. All right, so to begin row 15, we're going to chain 2 at our beginning, and then we're going to work a front post into the next stitch, half double into the stitch after that, front post into the next stitch, half double into the stitch after that, front post into the next stitch. Then we'll work our half double in each of the next 2 stitches. And then we come to our 4-stitch cable. And on this row, we're going to do what we've done previous, which is just, front post around each of the next 4 stitches. So we're not going to do any cable twist, just going to add a post stitch to each one. Then we'll half double in each of the next 2 stitches. We'll front post around the next 2 post stitches. We'll make sure to skip 2 stitches at the back, then half double in each of the next 4 stitches. Then we'll front post around each of the next 4 posts. Make sure you skip your 4 stitches at the back, and then work your 4 half double in each of the next 4 stitches. Then we'll work 2 post stitches around the next 2 post stitches. And I messed up there, so we're going to redo that stitch. Then we're going to work 2 half doubles and then 4 posts around that last 4 post cable. So you can see that we have kind of a pattern emerging here with these 4 post cables, in that we do a row of straight post stitches, and then we do a row that includes a cable twist. It's kind of like the pattern for the alpine stitch on each end, where we alternate doing 3 post stitches and 2 post stitches, and they're always 1 stitch off, which gives us a really nice kind of beaded look almost. And then we'll half double into the last stitch. So go ahead and work your single crochet all the way across. When you come back, we'll work row 17. All right, so we're all set up to work row 17. I've already chained 2. We're going to work a half double crochet into the next stitch, front post into the stitch after that, half double crochet into the next stitch, post stitch after that, and then we'll work 3 half doubles to get us to that next 4 stitch cable. We're going to start off by doing a cable twist. So we're going to take this 4 stitch and we're going to twist it. So we'll do a post around post 3 and 4, which gets it to lean to the right. Then we'll go back and we'll do a post stitch into stitch 1 and 2. So remember, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now we'll skip the 4 stitches at the back. We'll work 2 half doubles. Then we'll work 2 post stitches into each of the next 2 post stitches. Well, we'll work a post stitch into each of the next 2 post stitches. So it should look like that. Then we'll work our 4 half doubles. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we come to our 4 post stitches at the center of our work. We're going to do a cable twist here. So again, 3 and 4. So the 3rd and the 4th post. Then post 1 and post 2. So 3, 4, 1, and 2. We'll skip the 4 stitches at the back. We'll work our 4 half doubles. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll work post stitches around each of the next 2. Skip our 2 stitches at the back. Work our 2 half double to get us to that 4 stitch cable. 1 more cable twist. So post around stitches 3 and 4. Then we go back and work a post stitch around stitches 1 and 2. Then we skip our 4 stitches. Skipped 1 too many there. And we'll work a half double into each of the next 3 stitches. Then we'll go post stitch, half, post stitch, half, and end with a half double. So we got 3 cable twists here and 2 sets of just the 2 stitch cables. And then we have, of course, our alpine stitch on each side. Now, row 19 is going to be a repeat of row 15, which is just working your stitches straight across. You can go back in the video a few minutes, watch row 15 again if you need a refresher. Row 18 and row 20 are just our single crochets. And that's a repeat of rows 5 through 20 from the last video and this video. Now, rows 5 through 20 are going to be our repeat. You'll continue repeating those until your piece, this specific piece, measures from the bottom here, so from this edge to your very last row, 56, 67, or 78 inches, depending if you chose size 1, 2, or 3. The important step is that you need to end after working a row 14. So you're not going to work that last repeat all the way through row 20. So next week we take a break. The week after that we come back. I want to give you guys enough time to actually start stitching. We will focus in 2 weeks on creating this edging here for our actual scarf, and then picking up stitches to create the back. So this is our back seam, and this is actually our back flap. So we'll talk about how to construct the back, how to seam the edges if you want to seam them, and how to work this trimming in the next 2 videos. Just a reminder, there's no video next week. I want to give you guys enough time to actually work this scarf portion. So when we come back for part 3, you'll want to make sure the scarf portion is complete. It measures 56, 67, or 78 inches. So that's it for this part of the crochet along. Make sure you check the blog for any more information about when the next part is going to drop. I'll make sure to post everything there. Remember, you can buy the pattern linked down below. You can also purchase the kit, which is linked down below. Some of those are affiliate links, which help us keep running the channel and keep making more tutorials.